Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Aston Villa delivered one of the gutsiest, most glorious smash and grabs you'll see all season, scoring with literally the last kick of the match to beat Premier League leaders Arsenal 2-1 at a bouncing Villa Park. Leandro Trossard had cancelled out Matty Cash's first-half rocket, and the Gunners looked odds-on to nick all 3 points after bossing the second half. But deep into 8 minutes of stoppage time, Emiliano Buendía latched onto a flick-on, danced through a tired defence and buried it past David Raya to send the whole end into absolute pandemonium. 7 straight wins in all competitions now for Unai Emery's side. They're proper flying, and suddenly just 3 points off top with a game in hand. Mikel Arteta stood on the touchline looking like he'd been hit by a bus, hands on head as 42,000 Brummies rubbed it in with a deafening rendition of Sweet Caroline. The Arsenal boss admitted afterwards it was one of the most painful defeats he's ever suffered, saying his side had dominated for large spells only to switch off at the death. For Villa, it was another statement that this isn't a fluke. Emery has them organised, resilient and lethal on the break, and tonight they reminded everyone that in this mad league, you're only ever one moment from heartbreak or heroics, depending on which end of Birmingham you're sitting in. Mikel Arteta speaks out about heartbreak at Villa Park. Buendía's last-gasp winner stuns Arsenal in gut-wrenching fashion. Arsenal's title charge suffered a devastating blow on Sunday evening as Aston Villa snatched a dramatic 2-1 victory deep into stoppage time at a raucous Villa Park. Substitute Emiliano Buendía struck in the 95th minute to send the home crowd into ecstasy and leave Mikel Arteta's side shell-shocked, ending the Gunners' 18-match unbeaten run in the most cruel manner imaginable. Villa flew out of the traps and took the lead through Matty Cash, who powered home a header from a corner in the first half. It was a goal born of sharp set-piece execution and a momentary lapse from Arsenal's usually solid back line. The hosts' high press caused early problems, and Unai Emery's men looked determined to make a statement against their former manager's team. Arsenal responded superbly, however. Leandro Trossard rifled in a superb equaliser from distance to restore parity before the break. The goal shifted the momentum firmly in the visitors' favour, with Mikel Arteta's side beginning to click into gear and dominate possession as the half wore on. The second half was almost entirely one-way traffic. Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard dictated play from midfield, while Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli stretched Villa's defence relentlessly. Arsenal created chance after chance and looked certain to go on and win comfortably, only for the final ball to stubbornly refuse to find the net. Then came the hammer blow. In the 5th minute of added time, a long punt forward caused chaos in the Arsenal box. The ball broke kindly to Emiliano Buendía, who jinked past 2 defenders and calmly slotted home the winner. On the touchline, Arteta stood motionless, hands on head, as Villa Park erupted. Speaking to reporters afterwards, the Arsenal manager said of the goalscorer, Emiliano Buendía showed incredible quality in that moment. He took his goal brilliantly, found space where there seemed to be none, and finished it like a top player. Full credit to him, that's why it hurt so much. Arteta did not hide his frustration in his post-match interview, describing the defeat as incredibly hard to take. He added, "We controlled the second half completely, scored a great goal, and were the better team by far. But we gave the ball away cheaply twice in dangerous areas, and against a side like Villa you get punished." Despite the pain, the Spaniard refused to let heads drop. "Every week is going to be like this at the top," he said. "We'd gone 18 games unbeaten. That shows the level we're at. We have to use this feeling, this pain, and come back stronger. That's football." The result leaves Arsenal still in a strong position, but with the chasing pack now breathing down their necks. For all their dominance and quality, individual errors and a lack of ruthlessness in the final third proved costly, once again a familiar tale in big away fixtures. Meanwhile, Unai Emery, facing his old club for the first time since leaving, masterminded a classic smash-and-grab victory. Villa remain a tough nut to crack at home, and Buendía's late intervention will live long in the memory of the Holte End faithful. As the Arsenal players trudged off to a chorus of jeers and cheers, Arteta gathered his squad in a huddle on the pitch. His final message was clear: "Our consistency has been outstanding despite everything thrown at us. I've got no doubt about this group. We go again." The title race remains wide open, but nights like this serve as a stark reminder that, in the Premier League, you're only ever one moment away from heartbreak. Villa Park thriller, Cash's venomous strike and Buendía's late dagger sink Arsenal. What a night at the Holt End. Aston Villa pulled off a proper smash and grab in the dying embers, nicking a 2-1 win over title-chasing Arsenal that's got the Premier League buzzing. Matty Cash's thunderbolt opener and Emiliano Buendia's 95th-minute rocket either side of Leandro Trossard's leveller left Mikel Arteta's lads gutted, ending their unbeaten streak and catapulting Unai Emery's villains to within 3 points of the summit. 7 wins on the bounce now for Villa across all comps, they're proper firing, having scooped 9 of their last 10 in the league. From the off, it was frantic stuff, end-to-end like a proper Brummie scrap. Villa flew at them, pressing high and causing merry hell for Arsenal's back four. The breakthrough came in the 36th minute, pure poetry in motion. Pau Torres whips in a perlo of a cross, and Cash, all power and precision, nutmegs David Raya at the near post with a venomous low drive that had the keeper rooted. It was the sort of strike that'd make you spill your pint. Cash had been bossing Eberechi's all half, leaving the gunner winger limping off at the break. Emiliano Martinez was a brick wall in Dilly's gloves, wasn't he? 7 saves in the first 45 alone, clawing away efforts from Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, 3 times, Mind, Ben White, and the kitchen sink. Arsenal huffed and puffed, but Villa's high press had them chasing shadows. Odegaard looked flustered, Rice couldn't impose, and Saka was getting nowhere fast against Ian Matson's tenacity. It was classic Emery, organised chaos, with the villains nicking it on the counter. The second half kicked off with Arsenal roaring back, like a side that had had a right rollicking from the gaffer. Trossard, fresh on as sub, tidied up a loose ball and slotted home just after the restart, a right handful for Cash early doors, turning the screw and shifting the momentum. The Gunners dominated from there, pinning Villa back with wave after wave of attacks. Rice and Odegaard pulling strings in midfield, Saka and Gabriel Martinelli stretching the play, chances galore, but that final touch? Stubborn as a mule, it wouldn't come. Villa weathered the storm, though, digging deep like true lions. Boubacar Kamara was everywhere, snapping at heels and winning scraps off Saka, Odegaard, and Rice, a proper warrior, that lad. He even teed up the winner with a clever flick in the box. Amadou Onana brought the physicality, muscling duels, and sparking transitions, while Yuri Tielemans oozed class in the number 10 hole, picking passes through the press like it was nothing. John McGinn, subbed on later, scrapped like a terrier, frustrating Arsenal no end. Then, the moment of magic, 95th minute, pure pandemonium. A scramble in the Arsenal box after a long punt, the ball bobbles loose, and up pops Emiliano Buendía, fresh off the bench. He fires through a forest of legs, controlled as you like, and it's bedlam. Assisted by Kamara's nod, with Jadon Sancho squaring the setup, the Holt End erupted like it was 1982 all over again. Arsenal, who'd bossed 70 minutes, left chasing ghosts. Proper sickener for the away lot. Player ratings? Let's dish the marks for the Villa heroes. Martinez gets an 8 for those Martinez masterclasses in goal, 7 stops, including a belter from Trossard late on. Cash, also 8, was a menace down the right, that opener venomous and his early shutdown of ease spot on, though Trossard gave him kittens post-interval. Ezri Konsa, another 8, bossed the centre-backs like Marino and Gioca's, clearances like thunderclaps. Pau Torres a solid 7, whipping in that assist before hobbling off injured. Matson 6.5, stood tall to Saka but caught napping for the equaliser. Midfield maestros shone too. Kamara's 8 for battling the big guns and that winner's assist, Onana 6.5 for the grunt work, feeding the front line. McGinn 7 off the bench, all heart and hassle. Tielemans, bang on 8, cool as a cucumber under the high line, creative sparks flying. Up top, Morgan Rogers a lively 7, skinning Saka and White with his quick feet. Ollie Watkins 7, those runs in behind a joy, testing Raya twice. Subs like Doniel Malin, 6.5, Lamar Bogard, 6.5, Sancho, 6.5, and Buendía, 7.5, all chipped in, the Argentine stealing the show with his dagger finish. Victor Lindelof? Barely a kick, not applicable. For Arsenal, no official marks here, but you could see the cracks, dominant yet toothless, errors in transition costing dear. Arteta's lot had the ball, the chances, the lot, but Villa's resilience turned it on its head. Emery, facing his old mate, masterminded another upset, ignoring the title yak in the media. 3 points off the top now, with another Arsenal dust-up before Hogmanay. The villains are proper in the mix, proving they're no flash in the pan. What a ride, Premier League at its raw, rollicking best. UTV. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!